Alright guys, it is Saturday night. It is actually the last Saturday night before Christmas, and tonight we are doing a Christmas movie that I've been wanting to do for quite a while, strictly because of the snack. I love the movie, but the snack is really why I wanted to do it this week. Tonight we are watching A Christmas Story. You guys all know A Christmas Story. This movie is about Ralphie, who wants to get his hands on the official Red Ryder BB gun. Nobody wants him to have it because they all tell him he's going to shoot his eye out. And as you can see in the background here, we have Ralphie standing in his pink bunny suit with his Red Ryder BB gun. Just look at that shot right there. Does that not make you want to kick back and watch A Christmas Story? And there he is, Master Ralph Parker himself with his Red Ryder BB gun. If you guys haven't seen the video of me putting this guy together, it's available on my other channel, That Nate Guy on YouTube. What a cool prop to have in an awesome Christmas movie room. So if you've seen A Christmas Story, which I'm sure every single one of you have, you know that there is a part where Ralphie gets out of the car to help his dad change a tire. In the process, he says a bad word, something like, "Oh, fudge." And then he goes home and proceeds to get his mouth washed out with soap. Not just any soap, a big, thick, bright red bar of LIFEBUOY soap. How disgusting. I remember those days. So for tonight's snack, we are making red bars of LIFEBUOY soap, which is actually going to be candy-covered bars of fudge. Come with me. Let's go upstairs. I got everything we need to do it. Let's go make some awesome snacks. Okay, so I love these snack ideas that are so easy to complete, because it means you don't have to take the entire day to prepare for your movie night. Sometimes you're in a hurry and you want something fast. So here's what we're going to need for this. First of all, you need to get some Little Debbie brownies. Now I have the Cosmic brownies. These are the only ones that were available in my store, aside from the Christmas tree brownies, but we don't want them to be shaped like Christmas trees. And the second ingredient we're going to need is red candy melting wafers. Now these are chocolate. They actually are flavored like vanilla, but they are the color red, and that's exactly what we need right now. We're going to need a microwave safe bowl, a little knife, and some parchment paper. So even though this is a gigantic pack of 12 brownies, I'm only going to make about 4 of these. So we'll take out 4 brownies. You can see how, since these are Cosmic brownies, we have like the candy on the top. The bottom, though, is nice and smooth. I mean, we're going to be covering these with chocolate anyway, so you could use the top, but I'm going to cover the bottom with chocolate. We're going to use that as the top. So first, let's get these unwrapped. That was quick and easy. We got them unwrapped. And here's why I'm going to use the bottom. If you hold it like this, you can see where with the candy, it's going to be bumpy on top if we use that as the top. So I'm just going to flip them over. That way when this shows as the top, it's nice and smooth. You could pick the candy out if you want to, but we're just going to make it easy. Now, the whole point of this is to make these look like bars of LIFEBUOY soap. So if you remember in the movie, that style of LIFEBUOY soap from that time period actually had 6 sides. So we need to cut off our corners and make this shaped more like that bar of soap. So after we do that, we end up with a whole bunch of corners. And we end up with our bars in this shape right here. That is the exact shape of the bar of LIFEBUOY soap used in the movie. Okay, maybe we trim it up a little bit on the edges there. There we go. Now, to be prepared for our next steps, you need to have your brownies face up on your plate. And what I mean by face up is just like this. How I said I'm going to dip the side that is smooth. You need to have these face up so that you can grab them like this with your tongs, dip them in the chocolate, and then turn it over and set it down like that for it to dry. So the next step is to take your red candy wafers. We need to melt these in the microwave. Now, we've used melting chocolate a lot on this channel. Sometimes we use the microwave. Sometimes we use my actual candy melting pot. I simply came upstairs and forgot to bring it with me. So we're going to use the microwave today. So basically what we're going to do is open this up. I love the red. That's so cool. We're going to pour some in here. May as well put them all in there. And then this is going to go in the microwave on high for 30-second increments. That means you put it in, leave it in for 30 seconds, take it out, stir it up a little bit, put it in for 30 more seconds, take it out, stir it up again, and you do that 3 or 4 times until this is completely melted and ready for dipping. If you put this in the microwave and just hit like 1 or 2 minutes and let it go, it is going to totally screw up the candy. You're not going to be able to dip your other stuff. Each time that comes out of the microwave, I'm going to use a fork to mix it up, just because the tongs help it to mix better. Okay, that's been in there 4 times, and that looks just about perfect. So the next thing we need to do is simply dip these in the red. Now, if you have tongs, it's going to be the easiest way to do this. Put it in the red, move it around. You want to coat as much of the top and the sides as you can, but the bottom doesn't even really matter. Take it out just like that, and then we set that on our parchment paper to dry. Run through that process with each of these. Dunk our last 2 in there. Go. Okay, let those dry. And at the moment, they look like a big mess, but once those dry, they're going to look exactly like these bars of soap. Now, while those are drying, and as for the chocolate that is left, we still have a whole bowl of it here. We want to save this because we can use it in a future snack. Now, if we were using the regular candy melting pot that I have, we could just put the pot in the fridge. It's made of silicone, and once it cools down, it actually looks just like this. So I pop it out of the pot, put it in a Ziploc bag, throw it in the cupboard with the rest of my stuff, and the next time we need white chocolate, there we go. So you can either put this in a big Ziploc bag, just lay it flat in there so it's easy to kind of crunch up, because the smaller pieces you have, the easier it is to remelt it later. Or you can just use one of these like plastic bowls or something like this. I'm just going to put this in here, stick this in the fridge, and then when this cools and hardens, I'll pop it out of there and put that in a Ziploc. There we go. Just like that, I'll put that in the fridge and then pop it out, put it in a Ziploc. Okay, so it's been about an hour. You can see that our chocolate is completely cured over our brownies. Now what we want to do is basically go around the edges here, cut off all the extra chocolate, and just really shape these things up like a bar of Lifebuoy soap. Once you cut off all that extra chocolate, it's pretty cool. It actually looks like the bar of Lifebuoy soap, and you can stop right there if you want to. We've basically got the red bar. It's just like Ralphie after he says, "Oh, fudge." That is too hilarious. But if you want, you can take it a step further. I'm just curious how this would turn out, so I'm going to go ahead and take one of these bars and try to use a little knife and write the word Lifebuoy in the chocolate across the face of the bar, pretty much how you would see it on the actual bar of soap. This is actually pretty tricky. You're writing in cursive with the tip of a knife, just kind of scratching the chocolate away. But once I got through it, it actually turned out pretty decent. Now there's a little bit more detail on an actual bar of Lifebuoy soap. I'm not going to try to make it look exactly like that, but I'm going to go ahead and do like an outline around this just to see how that looks. I mean, I think it's actually pretty cool for a snack that we're trying to make for a movie. That actually does look like the Lifebuoy bar of soap there. You can't read it very well just looking across there, but there's the final product right there. A whole stack of bars of Lifebuoy soap for when we accidentally say, "Oh, fudge." I'm only going to do that to one of those because the only thing left to do now is to say the bad word and stick it in our mouth and give it a taste test. Oh, fudge. This may be the dumbest thing I've ever done. So that is pretty dang rich, but it is delicious. Little Debbie Cosmic Brownie covered in red chocolate. Alright guys, there it is. Edible Lifebuoy soaps for our snack for our Christmas story movie night. Get the stuff and make some of these, because this may be the only time you're ever allowed to say, "Oh, fudge."